Hey guys, sorry about being late. My name is Devin Guy. This is the Azure News. Azure News is just a show about video game news that matters to me. Hopefully it matters to you too. And let's start off with Vita news. As always, the Metal Gear Solid HD collection is coming to the Vita. It's going to have its own personalized control. For example, when you're sneaking up on somebody and you go to slash their throat, you actually slash the back of the PS Vita. I think that's really cool, and that's just one example of hopefully many different touch features that could really make the experience cool. My favorite game that's going to be on the Vita, called Gravity Rush, actually got pushed back into May. It was supposed to be released alongside the Vita on the 22nd of February. I hope this pushback means that they're adding something new to the game. I highly doubt it, but I'm still glad that localization is coming for it. Also, Army Corps of Hell gets multiplayer announced. You and 4 of your friends can team up and tackle the whole game together, from what I've been told. If you haven't heard of Army Corps of Hell, it's like a Pikmin game produced by Square Enix, where you play the dethroned King of Hell. You're going to go take your goblin creatures and you take back over Hell. Pretty simple concept. I would love to see where else they go with it. But yeah, multiplayer announced for that, so I'm pretty excited. And now on to not so exciting news. The UMD Passport program that got launched with the Vita in Japan is not coming to the United States. I had a pretty nice list of games that I wanted to use on the UMD Passport, but it looks like I won't be using that. And while we're talking about PlayStation Online stuff, PlayStation Network, dubbed PSN, was changed to Sony Entertainment Network, SEN, or maybe it should have been changed to SIN, because it's just wrong to change the name this late in the game. I don't know why they did it, and I don't really care. But now PSN's been changed to SEN, SIN. It's just going to start sounding weird for a while. We're just going to have to accept the change. And on that note, don't forget to update your PS3s. The new firmware has been released, fixing some issues with the store that some people were having, where they couldn't access their paid content. So make sure to update. Just in case you guys forgot, Shank 2 is out. Make sure to pick that up. Also, for all you House of the Dead fans out there, House of the Dead 3 demo is out today. Don't forget to pick that up, and for all of you who have moved, I would suggest getting the demo for it, because House of the Dead 3 is an awesome game. For those who haven't played, House of the Dead 3 is an on-rail shooter, which pretty much just means you aim your move at the TV and you kind of just shoot at stuff coming at you, and it just kind of takes you through the game. House of the Dead 3 is also a very classic one. I believe it's the one with the shotgun, not so much the pistol one, which was House of the Dead 1 and 2, or the Uzi one, which is House of the Dead 4. One more thing. Eat Sleep Play co-founder David Jaffe, you know, the guy that made Twisted Metal, God of War, he's leaving Eat Sleep Play. No word on exactly what he's going to do, but he's probably going to start up a whole nother company. One more thing. Sony has announced that Killzone has been indefinitely delayed. Sad news on that part for your Killzone fans. Here's to you guys in hopes that you get a new title soon. On to Excelente type news. It looks like Star Wars Battlefront 3 has also been picked up by somebody. Again, it was picked up by Spark Unlimited. It kind of makes me skeptical for how good the game could be, because Spark's last game was Turning Point. The last thing we saw about Battlefront 3 was a really cool scrapped tech demo of going from space battles to ground battles, which I actually think they went from ground to space in a ship. So that was pretty cool, and I hope they get to do something like that in the new one, if it comes out this time. Let's talk about that Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The last set of characters that we talked about coming out were Guy, Cody, Leo, and Christy. The characters that were announced this time around were Akuma and Bison, Ogre, and Jid. The last Tekken I played was Tekken 3, for reals at least. So it's pretty cool to see Ogre coming back. It's really nice to see Bison in there again, and it's extra awesome to finally see that Akuma is getting some love as well. Jid, I'm not too worried about. I know that he's cool, I know he's important to the Tekken story, but, you know, we already got Kazuya, we got Hayachi, we got tons of Mishima. Only one we need now is what? Lars. So, Lars gets announced, that'd be a pretty cool DLC. The characters I just said are not DLC, unlike Guy, Cody, Christy, and Leo. For all of you Diablo 3 fans out there, Blizzard actually just sent out 100,000 invites. That's 100,000. Check your emails, see if you got invited to the beta to play Diablo 3 and have some fun. For all of you open world RPG fans out there, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning released yesterday. It seems to be getting a lot of really good praise. I myself haven't really played it. I've only played a part of the demo. Kingdoms of Amalur is reported to have 200 plus hours worth of gameplay. So make sure you guys get on that. And if you're playing it forever, it seems. Also, the Darkness 2 got released yesterday. One of my favorite games from this generation is Darkness 1. I think the story hits pretty hard. It may not be the best story out there, but I really think that it tugs at the heartstrings at the exact moments that it needs to, and keeps you captivated to the end. Darkness 2 really plays off of that first story, but changes a lot of stuff to actually make it more like the comic book. It also changed the art style from a more realistic to a more cartoony cel-shaded look, kind of like Borderlands, to kind of get it look like the comic book. I'm probably close to about halfway done with it now, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it whenever I finish. So far, my experience is that it's a really awesome game. I think the story is a lot more in-depth this time around, but doesn't hit nearly as hard as the first yet. On to some Skyrim news. The Skyrim devs just released the creation kit to the public, so Valve decided to jump on and make their own mod. They added in a GLaDOS eye to the game. It's the orange one. Pretty much what happens is it uses an old meme from the game where things just dropped in out of the sky at random, and really at random a GLaDOS eye just falls into your game. And I believe it's just called a space core. Pretty cool little deal. You can just implement it into your game. Easy integration, just works. I think it's really cool that Valve did that, and it's really cool of Bethesda to let something like that into their game publicly. And yeah, we move on. It looks like the iOS is receiving a Mass Effect 3 tie-in game called Mass Effect Infiltrator. More or less, you take Commander Shepard through a series of missions where you're saving people from Cerberus. So pretty much it's just an infiltration and prison missions. They integrate somehow into the multiplayer, and they haven't really said what they're going to do with that yet, but I'll let you guys know whenever I find out. In super cool DS news, GameStop is making their 3DSs right now 20 bucks off. So for 150 bucks, you can pick up your own 3DS. If you guys have been looking into getting a 3DS, now is the time to pick one up. The promotion is from February 7th until February 12th, so make sure you pick yours up soon. I Am Alive by Ubisoft came out with a new trailer yesterday. Link in the description. Don't forget, it comes out March 7th. Final Fantasy XII-2 gets its first set of DLC. It's more or less just an arena mission where you get to fight Lightning and her boss at the end. And if you defeat them, you get both of them to use in your party. So yeah, get that DLC and let me know how it is. It looks like Tim Schafer, the creator of Psychonauts, is going to be getting with the guy that made Minecraft, whose name escapes me at the moment. And they might come out with a Psychonauts 2. So yeah, that's really cool, and I hope you guys are pretty hype about that too. In Modern Warfare 3 news, looks like a new map has been detailed for it. It's called Overwatch, which I like to call High Rise 2. It looks just like High Rise 1, except in daytime this time. One of their bits on is watch where you step, because you just might find yourself falling off a 47-story building. And we move on to political gaming news. It looks like Oklahoma is trying to pass a bill, more or less a violent video game tax, where anything rated T and above are going to be taxed 1% above everything else. I personally think it's a stupid move. There's no reason for it, because they believe that these violent video games are creating criminals. That's obviously a stupid take, and there is no scientific evidence to support it. The guys from Firefall made a nice little thing whenever SOPA was a big deal. League for Gamers. They're doing a petition for it right now. Link in the description. This isn't exactly news, but I just thought it was cool. It's a Spanish web page about what if these video game characters had Facebook pages. Here's one. Here's another. My personal favorite, Fox McCloud looking like a hipster. That's pretty sick. And for the last news story, does this guy ever shut up? The long-awaited Xenoblade is coming out to the US soon. The guys that are making the box art want to know what alternate box art you guys like. Here's one. Here's two. Here's three. Here's four. Tell me which one you guys like. That'll be our question of the day. Which box art do you like the best? Link in the description to actually go to the Facebook page where they want you to vote for which one you like the best. And that concludes the Azure News. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share these videos how you do. You know I love it. Come visit us on our Facebook, come visit us on Twitter, come visit us on Twitch TV. We do a lot of random streaming of video games on there, and we do a nice little series called This Person Fails at Old School Games. Pretty much one of us up here at the Azure House will stream us playing an old school game until we die or beat it. So don't forget to check us out there. I've been Devin Guy.